Hey folks, how is everybody doing? Welcome to our live stream today. We got lots of folks already in the chat. I've been following your chats and your questions, and excited to get started today with some of your questions. So first of all, I want to say hi to Dennis. Hey, say hi to everybody, Dennis.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
All right. So Dennis is here in the chat. Is it a little laggy, guys? Sorry if it's laggy. Hopefully it will get better. I am trying a little of a new live stream setup today, and it was working pretty well when I tested it out. So I hope it works okay for you guys. So we also have our friends in the chat room who are going to be helping you, sort of moderate the questions and pull out some questions for me to answer. So the first thing I want to do is welcome everybody who might be new to the chat. We are here every Sunday, 5 o'clock local time. And we're here with our friends in the chat room and all of you guys out there asking questions about bands. So thank you for being here. I will do some shout outs later. What I'm going to start with is I actually had in my sort of on my community tab of my YouTube channel, I put out in the comments, I said, leave a request of a song for me to play. And the one that gets the most likes, I will play. So I'm going to do that right now. I just realized I'm looking at the wrong camera. That's the camera. Okay. So hopefully the lagging is kind of not happening anymore. You guys let me know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to this request. I think the biggest request that I got in my comments on my post was to play some Bruno Mars. So I'm going to play some Bruno Mars. This is a great channel. I found this YouTube channel that's called Easy Music Lesson. So I really recommend you guys check it out. It's a great channel because they put a lot of the current pop songs on. And they have music for how to play Grenade by Bruno Mars, which a few of you guys requested, and a lot of you guys liked those requests. So I'm going to play this song for you right now. The cool thing about this channel is it puts up the sheet music and it plays along the sheet music on the screen as you go. So I'm going to play it on clarinet. And here we go. This is from the YouTube channel called Easy Music Lesson. And it's the video is called How to Play Grenade by Bruno Mars for clarinet. So here we go. Let's do this. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry, I lost it. So check out this channel. It's called Easy Music Lesson, and they have some great songs on there. So, Dennis, hopefully you've been keeping an eye on the chat. I know we have a lot of people on the chat today.
Yep. There's one I wanted to get to early because it came in kind of early. There we go. This is Ariana Medusa's been playing out the sax for almost 3 years, and I still have the neck strap it came with. Do you have any recommendations for a good, adorable neck strap? And I'm sure you are perfect for that.
Okay. Did you say durable or adorable?
Adorable.
So this came from Ariana. So we had a question about saxophone neck straps. So here's what I look for in a saxophone neck strap, you guys. The one I have right here is a ProTech, and these aren't that expensive. I think they're maybe $15. I'm not really sure, but here's what I look for in a neck strap. First of all, I like the actual part that goes along your neck to have a little bit of padding to it, and this has some padding on it. I'm not a big fan of the neck straps that are stretchy and kind of bounce. I like my neck strap to be solid and not have any elastic to it. And then the other things I look for are this part here. You want this to be, most of them are kind of similar. So this one works fine, this sort of sliding mechanism. And what I really look for is at the bottom where you actually hook into your saxophone. I really like the neck straps that have a clasp that opens and closes like this. That makes it easier to put on and take off. And it closes so you don't accidentally come unhooked and drop your saxophone. So that's a great question. Okay. So great question, everybody. And I see some requests coming in. Wow, so many requests. Dennis, have you seen song? I see you putting in some song requests.
Yeah, that's Star Spangled Banner kept coming up. And here's one that says Roxanne by the Police.
Oh, wow. Okay, I don't really know that one.
I challenge you.
I don't really know that one. But you know what? Let's go for...
Keep an eye.
What's that?
I'll keep an eye out for them.
Okay. I think I'll do the Star Spangled Banner next on that request on alto sax. And I'm also going to answer this question from Allison Weaver, who is one of our friends who's here often in the chat. And Allison Weaver is asking, how do I stop getting lost on my music? By the way, I'm just curious, you guys. And Dennis, can you watch the chat? Hopefully the video stopped lagging, which means it's like stopping and starting. So if you guys could let me know if the video is coming through okay. And Dennis, just let me know in the chat. So how to stop getting lost in the music. The best way to not get lost in the music is to spend a lot of time before you perform with your friends in band rehearsal. You should spend a lot of time at home practicing slowly on your part. Because if you slow it down, the reason you get lost in band practice is because the music is going by faster than your brain can process it and figure it out. So the best way to get better at that and not get lost is to take your time at home and practice at a slower tempo. And then when you're playing at a faster tempo at school or wherever you're playing, it'll be easier not to get lost. So Dennis, are we getting any responses on the... Oh, good. Someone said no lagging at all. That's great. Right. Awesome.
No, it hasn't been. I've been looking.
Good. So Dennis, I don't know if you know, I'm very excited. I've been trying to upgrade my live stream quality here. Today is the first day I'm using sort of a nicer video camera that I hooked into my laptop.
Wow.
And I've also got
coming across real well.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that the visuals, and also I have my microphone here where hopefully that's picking up my voice a little bit better. Okay. So Dennis, why don't you highlight another question? Oh, I was going to play Star Spangled Banner and think about what I should answer next. Okay. So okay. Here we go. And after I do this song, guys, we're going to do, instead of shout outs, we're going to do a little question of the day. I'm going to ask you guys a question to give your answer in the comments, and we'll shout out some of your answers. Okay. So here is the request of Star Spangled Banner on the saxophone. Okay. Here's Star Spangled Banner. How's that, Dennis? Pretty good?
That's awesome.
Thank you. Okay.
I was going to say play ball.
Play ball. Yes. Hopefully they will be playing baseball soon.
Anytime soon.
When all of this mess is over with, hopefully they'll be playing baseball soon. So what I'm going to do right now is I want to go to one of our questions of the day back here behind me. Okay. Can you guys read that? It looks backwards on my screen. Is it coming up backwards on
It's
your?
coming off fine.
Oh, good. Okay.
What's your current favorite song to play or practice?
Good. It looks backwards on my screen. Okay. Anyway, so guys, here is our shout outs. Okay. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat and I'm going to do as many of these as I can. Name your favorite current song to practice. Okay. So I'm going to name out as many of our shout outs as we can in the chat. So Grieb is Uptown Funk and Gwendolyn Hartley is Epic Gaming Themes. And LPS Gamer likes to practice Pink Panther. I could maybe play that later. Kennedy Youngblood Mahalitz likes Power Rock on the alto sax. And geez, a lot of these are coming through. Mr. Caden likes Star Wars. Mosak 76 is Careless Whisper. I can play that one too. Will Crypto also likes Star Wars. Sue Keys, Stranger on the Shore. Oh, that's a nice one. Dennis, do you remember that song? That's one all the older folks, the older people.
An older folk one.
Remember that one?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Look at all these great answers. Lila's Life likes Carnival of Venice. Crusaders Racing likes Imperium by Michael Sweeney. Let's see. A lot of great answers here. Joan likes to play Beauty and the Beast on clarinet. And Alyssa, wow, Alyssa Dillon likes Symphony for Band by Vincent Persichetti. That's great. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do now, folks, is I'm going to do another one of the requests that I saw come in when I posted on my YouTube channel on the community tab. I said, post a request of something you'd like me to play. And here's another one that got a lot of likes. And let me find it. Let's see here. Oh, let me close that. Let's go to, I already did Bruno Mars. Okay, they asked for Shawn Mendes. So I'm going to play something by Shawn Mendes. This is the song Stitches, and I'm going to play this on flute. This is also from Easy Music Lesson YouTube channel. This one's a little bit harder to read because they only show you a few of the notes at a time, but I'm going to try it. Here we go. This is Stitches by Shawn Mendes on flute. So that goes into the second verse there. So you heard me kind of stopping a little bit here and there because the way it shows on the YouTube channel, it goes just a couple measures at a time. So sometimes I have a little stutter step there. Now, I'm going to take another question in a minute, but I want to play a friend of ours who is new to the chat. I'm trying to remember. Dennis, do you remember who it was that was asking for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star on the alto sax?
No, I didn't see that one, Steve.
Okay. If this is this is you that was requesting Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Sax on the alto, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star on the alto sax, I will play that right now for our friend that was requesting it. I forget who it was. Oh, and I'm seeing a lot of Careless Whisper. I'll do that too. Oh, Angelica. Thank you, Allison. Here we go. So there you go. That is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star for Angelina. And I see some of my good friends, the Green Slade family, is here on the chat. So hello to the Green Slades. Fur-Elise on the piano. Well, here's what I can do for that. I can play the melody. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, instead of playing it on piano, I'm going to play it on flute. Okay, so here is a little bit of Fur-Elise on the flute. And that was a special request for the Green Slade family. Thank you for being here today. Dennis, could you share a question with us?
Yeah, I just had it right here. You keep going back and forth looking for them. So
that's okay.
Yeah, no, I got them.
You got it?
Yeah, it's I'm McCall. We're playing Jupiter Black Horse Troupe and American Express in concert band. I guess they want to know, what do you think about that, and you know, any tips on those three pieces?
Well, the only one of those three that I think I recognize, well, I definitely recognize of those three is Jupiter by Gustav Holst, which is an awesome piece. Yeah. So I don't have any specific recommendations for those songs. My big recommendation would be make sure you listen to the recordings. Maybe your band director would share with you some links for recordings to listen to, because you want to not only just practice your part, but listen to how your part fits into the entire whole of the piece. And so listen to the recordings and try to figure out how your part fits, and even try to play along. So there we go. Okay. The people are asking for Careless Whisper, Dennis. I have to give the people what they want. Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So here we go. Here's Careless Whisper for you guys. All right. There we go. That was one time through Careless Whisper. Okay, so thank you very much.
While you have your sax,
yeah,
Fabian Hurtado, how do you not squeak when going from low note to high note, or the opposite on alto sax?
Okay, so this is a question from. Do you remember who asked that question, Dennis?
Yes, Fabian Hurtado.
Bacon.
Fabian.
Oh, okay.
Hurtado.
Sorry, I said bacon. All right, Fabian Hurtado asked, how do you not squeak when you're going from low to high on the sax? And you know what? After this, I have a special request. If our friend Francesco is in the audience, I'm going to play his special request. So when you're going from low to high, the reason a lot of people squeak, I think it's two reasons. Make sure your reed is on straight and it's a reed that's working well for you. And secondly, you have to set your embouchure in the correct way. So your embouchure should be pretty much the same whether you're playing low notes or high notes on the sax. It's O, bottom lip is under the reed, a firm bottom lip, and you're pushing in from the sides and not, if you bite down on the mouthpiece and sort of squish the mouthpiece up and down, the reed can't vibrate the way it wants to. You have to make like a circle around the mouthpiece. O. And one thing you'll notice, if you watch my embouchure, if you could see it up close, my muscles, my lips are not changing a lot from the low notes to the high notes. Watch. So when I go from low to high, like in Careless Whisper, I'm not going big motions like this, and that will hopefully keep you from squeaking if you work on that. Okay, now the request I had from Francesco, I don't know if you're still in the chat. There you are. I see you. Okay, so on my YouTube, or no, on my Facebook post, I think Francesco requested this song. It's the sax intro for this Ariana Grande song. Goes like this. Oh yeah. Okay, so I don't want to play that for too long and get a copyright notice. Okay, but boom, bum, 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 bum. So it's on tenor sax. Francesco, this is for you. You would go F, A flat, B flat, up in your high octave. F, A. Oh, I'm squeaky a little bit. Speaking of squeaky saxophones. Make sure your reed is warmed up. That's one reason why we squeak too. Okay. F, A flat, B flat, B flat, B flat. That high part is your octave key, your palm key D, palm key E flat, D flat, B flat. So 2 palm keys, no keys, just your octave for D flat, and then B flat here. So 2 parts. F, A flat, B flat. And then same thing, but you go up high this time. Okay, so short little saxophone riff for our good friend Francesco, who's here every week. Okay, so oh, my vocals have gotten quieter, Mike Hamilton says. It might be, so hopefully they're back to normal now. It might be when I go to play my instrument, it like overloads the microphone and the microphone automatically adjusts, and then it probably adjusts for that reason. Okay. Let's go to Dennis for another question from the chat.
Got it. Yes. Vexon Kashimov, he says, last time I was the Russian guy who asked you how to do a scoop and long fall on the alto sax. Today I want to ask you how to do a glissando alto sax on altos.
Okay. So the question from our friend who was in a previous chat asking about scoops and falls, a glissando. So we keep coming back to Careless Whisper, because Careless Whisper is an example of a glissando. So a glissando is when you start on one note and you sort of do a very quick scale. If you're going from low to high, you go up the scale to your top note, or you could go down from a top note and do kind of a scale going down. So the beginning of Careless Whisper. Oh, sorry. So I'm kind of playing, you kind of want to play, if you can, the notes that are in the scale of the key that you're in. So Careless Whisper is 2 sharps for saxophone. So I'm kind of going up a D major scale, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and then finally landing on the high D. Sorry, it ends on a high C sharp. And the more you practice it, the smoother it gets. Okay, so there you go. All right. Let me jump into a couple quick questions. Speedy Ram, How do you growl on tenor sax? Here we go. Here's a tenor sax. So Speedy Ram, how do you growl on tenor sax? You growl on any saxophone the same way. The way I do it is you actually literally are. See, I don't like to actually growl like grr. Like I don't like that. Kind of hurts my throat. What you can do is you can achieve a growl by humming or singing at the same time you play. So here's I'm going to play a B. And what I'm going to do, I'm just kind of hum. You don't have to hum the same note. It's just kind of a general note. Here, I'm going to try it now. I'm going, I'm not really growling like because I don't want to hurt my throat. I'm just going in here together with a note. Okay, so that takes a little bit of practice, but you can do it. Okay. A lot of people are asking for Dance Monkey on alto sax. I actually don't know that song, so sorry guys, I don't know it. Let's go to another question of the day, you guys. Okay, so our other question of the day, we had. Let me find it here. Oops, wrong computer. The first question of the day was, what is your current favorite song to practice or play? And what we're going to do is we're going to go to our second question of the day. And that is, where did you go? Huh, wonder why it's not clicking. I'm going to click on it manually because it's not working for me. There we go. So our second question of the day is, what instrument do you wish you could learn? Okay, so I'm going to, other than the instrument you already play, I want you guys to tell me what instrument. So Sharifa says saxophone. Tell me what instrument you wish you could learn that you don't already play. Hugh says clarinet. And Allie Taylor says baritone. Angelina says sax. Sarah says trumpet. Sarah, I could teach you some trumpet lessons. Gurdeep says alto sax. Gwendolyn says English horn. That's a beautiful instrument. What else do we have here? Agus says, I play clarinet and I wish to learn baritone sax. Mike Hamilton would like to learn guitar. That's a great instrument. Yaz says baritone sax. And Mosak says trumpet. Amazing. Jenny is not interesting, says flute. Let's see. Dylan Brown says trombone. TCC Gaming says alto sax. Angelina, I do not have a violin with me. And even if I had a violin, I'm not very skilled at playing the violin. I could teach you some of the basics, but I'd rather have someone who's a real violin player give you a lesson on here. Eric Stan says French horn. Horse Craver says snare drum. Kennedy says, I wish I could learn flute. Champion Cat Gamer says oboe. Oboe is a beautiful instrument. Allie Taylor, how do you trill to a high C on clarinet? All right. You mean a high. So if your note that's written is a high C and has a trill on top of it, that means it wants you to start on a C and trill to a D. What we do is we hold the high C like this, and you trill this side key here. It's your side A flat. I assume that's what your question is because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you're asking. High C and the high D is here, but it's really hard to trill that. So we have this trill key we use right here. Actually, you know which one sounds better? This one. I might be wrong on that one. I don't want to look that up. I'm holding the high C and I'm playing my second trill key here. That sounds better. I think that's probably the right answer. Okay, so there we go. That's how you trill a high C. A lot of people want me to play Skyfall too. Skyfall. I guess I could. I played that. I did a video on that on flute. I think I'm going to check that out. So, Dennis, I don't know if you don't mind. I'm going to go a little bit overtime today since we're.
It's fine by me.
You okay? I think we're doing a little bit of a special episode today because so many folks are staying at home with all the health concerns that we're having. But so if you're staying at home this week, if you're not in school, if you have some extra time, hopefully you have your instrument at home and you're practicing. If you don't have your instrument at home, you could try to practice in other ways. You could memorize your notes, your fingerings using your, go onto Google and look up a fingering chart. So Dennis, why don't we take a couple more questions? Got another one for us?
Sure. Sarah Taylor, T. Kira Taylor. Do you have any tips on remembering alternative fingerings on the clarinet?
Alternative fingerings on the clarinet. So,
right.
So tips on how to remember alternate fingerings?
Yes.
You know what? The only real answer to that is have a fingering chart nearby when you're practicing. Really, the alternate fingerings usually come in when you're doing chromatic scales. So you should have your fingering chart there with you. And then I'm thinking of another thing. Another reason we use alternate fingerings on clarinet is because of this key right here. When you're playing this key right here, if you're in the low register, that is a low A flat or G sharp. And with your register key on, that's an E flat or D sharp. So if you're asking about your pinky alternate fingerings here, the way to remember those is to look in your music, and whenever you have a D sharp up high or a low G sharp or A flat, whenever you have to use your right hand pinky on this note, you have to work opposite pinky. So if you have to go D sharp to C sharp, we have to play D sharp here, C sharp here. All right. Or if you have to go D sharp to B, you have to go D sharp, B. You never want to do this pinky twice in a row. So hopefully that helps. That's my tip for you. Okay. So, you know, a lot of people are asking for "Am I Wrong?" And I just realized that's the name of a song. I was wondering why people kept saying that. Who does that song, guys? Am I Wrong? I'm going to look it up and see if anyone answers that question because I'm not on the chat right now.
Okay.
I guess it's a song that people are asking for. Am I Wrong? By.
Not seeing.
What's that?
I'm not seeing it coming up.
Okay, I'm Googling. I'm YouTubing it. Nico and Vins. Okay, that's an old song. So I can try to learn that for another live stream, I guess. Okay. Champion Cat Gamer. How do you play the high and low notes easier on the soprano saxophone? Okay, so here's my soprano sax. Boom. Okay. And I talked about the same topic earlier because I was talking about getting the right embouchure on saxophone. The answer to getting low notes and high notes on soprano sax is you should have a good solid embouchure that is the same for everywhere on the sax. So good firm O-shaped lips, bottom lip under the reed. Work on keeping that solid. Push in from the sides. Don't do too much up and down like you're biting into a sandwich. It should be like an O, like you have a straw. Now, as you go low, you're going to slightly pull your jaw down to create a little bit more space for the reed to vibrate. And then as you go high, you're going to firm up your corners to support the reed vibrating. But it all comes back to a solid embouchure that you use over the entire range of your instrument. Okay. Mosak is asking, can I teach you how to play kazoo? Yes, kazoo is very easy. I might even have one. But all you have to do for kazoo, I know you're being silly, but only thing you have to do for kazoo is just you have to hum, right? So if I had a kazoo, I would play it for you. I don't have one. Okay. Yes. Yeah, Mike, I'm going to play your request, okay? Mike Hamilton has a request on tenor sax. Mike, how about tenor sax? He wants me to play Let It Be by the Beatles, and I have to figure out what key I'm going to do it in. Okay, here we go. Let It Be by the Beatles. This is for Mike and Mike's granddaughter. Was a special request for our friend Mike Hamilton, who's here every week. Hope you enjoyed that, Mike. All right, Dennis, how about a question?
Yes, this is from Yes. I think it's a bass baritone, a baritone sax that he's talking about. He says, I'm having trouble with the convert from low to high notes, like low F to high B flat.
On playing the baritone?
I think that's what he said he played. I mean, he didn't put it in the question, but you mentioned it later.
Do you have that question copied anywhere?
Yeah.
Let me try to find it. Maybe you could, I don't know if you could find it and copy it again, because I don't quite understand the question. It might help if I read it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay. I'll look for it.
Okay, here we go.
Dylan Brown, how to play low B flat on alto sax. Okay, that's a fairly easy question to answer. You have to play all your keys down to here, and you have to press this key right here. Let me show you that. There we go. Okay, and a lot of people have trouble with this one because it's the lowest note you can play. So if you're having trouble getting the note to come out, work on a descending scale, like a C major scale. Without tonguing, just keep your embouchure the same, your air flowing, and you open up your jaw a little bit, and then add that pinky for the low B flat. And good luck with that. That's a tricky one. If you have to really have your embouchure set. Okay, someone really wants Lion Sleeps Tonight. Okay, be careful. Make sure you guys don't spam the chat. Oh, I see. Okay. Yaz, I didn't get an answer last time. I'm having trouble with convert from low to high notes, like low F to high B flat. So Yaz, could you check in, and if you're still here, and tell us what instrument you're talking about, okay? If you're talking about baritone or euphonium, I think you must be talking about getting from your embouchure to do your overtone. So I'm going to use a trumpet, but it's the same concept, okay? It's a brass instrument. I don't know if Yaz is going to come up and give us an answer here. But working on something called your lip slurs. Well, a lot of people want Lion Sleeps Tonight. Okay, I will do that next. So lip slurs are going from low notes to high notes without pressing any valves. Ooh, boy. Okay, so, and I'm not a professional brass player, but I do work on my trumpet playing a little bit. You have to work on getting your embouchure nice and steady. And getting to your higher overtones, you have to change what's called your voicing, the shape of your tongue in your mouth and your airstream. Ta, e. So going from a ta, where your tongue is flat, to an e, when your tongue kind of arches, that helps you get the higher notes. Ta, e, ah. And your embouchure firms up in your corners a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Lion sleeps tonight on alto sax. Here we go. Oh, Yaz. Yaz says it's clarinet. So, okay. Well, I have to re-look at your question then. Where so there it is. Huh. Oh, okay. I know your question. All right. Quick. Here's a quick answer. So clarinet, I think you're talking about going over the break, this key. So a low note. So get your low note to come out nice and strong. And make sure you're not moving any fingers, and tap the register key with your thumb, and your upper register should come out. If it doesn't work, it means you maybe moved your fingers a little bit, or you need to make sure your embouchure is set, or check your reed. Okay, that's low to high on the clarinet. All right, so in the jungle for alto sax. In the jungle, or what's that called? The Lion Sleeps Tonight for alto sax. All right. Dennis, did you have a question? Or
there it is. Could it Farwa?
Oh, yes.
If all your valves on a trumpet are stuck.
What do you do if all
if your valves on a trumpet are stuck?
Got it. Okay. If your valves on your trumpet are stuck, if they're really stuck, you probably need to take it. If you have a music, first answer, take it to your music teacher. They can help you get them unstuck. If they're really, really stuck, you don't want to start banging away at them because you can damage something. If you don't have a music teacher to help you, you can do very lightly. If you get what your music teacher would do is they would get a cloth to put on top of the trumpet like this, like here. And with a little wooden mallet, very lightly, you just want to tap and try to see if you can get it unstuck. If it's not coming unstuck, you want to take it to a music repair shop, okay? But usually you can get them kind of unstuck. Then a music teacher or a music repair shop would take the valve out, and you'd want to wipe it off with a cloth that's not going to leave a lot of lint behind, and use valve oil. Okay, and make sure you put it back in correctly, and your valves should be good. Okay. Thank you guys for being here on the chat. We got, we'll go maybe about 10 more minutes, and we will wrap up. So I feel like I was going to do another request. Oh, right. TT Late. How to play E flat scale on the flute. Here we go. This one's kind of easy to do. Go back here. All right, E flat scale on the flute. E flat. Ready? I'm gonna talk through the notes and then I'm gonna play them. E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. Here we go. second octave, it's the same notes, but in the high octave. There is your E flat scale on the flute. Okay. Crusader Racing. How do you fix a trumpet with a slightly dented bell? There's no way for a person who I would not recommend trying to fix that unless you were an expert repair person. That's something you really have to take to a music shop. Okay. Military Xbox. How hard is it to move from bass clarinet to tenor sax? It's actually that shouldn't be too difficult at all, because the embouchure is similar, the size of the mouthpiece is similar, and the fingerings are similar. So it shouldn't be that difficult. The one thing that's different between bass clarinet and tenor sax, bass clarinet, the mouthpiece is kind of coming slightly down, and saxophone, the mouthpiece is coming more straight out of your mouth. So the mouthpiece comes straight out rather than coming down. And the saxophone embouchure is more like an O. Okay, so there we go. Let's take a couple more questions. Rihanna Madocious, how can I get my low notes not come out high? So Ariana, what instrument? I'm going to guess you play alto sax or flute. So Ariana, check in. Check in again. Let me know what instrument you play. Mike Hamilton, how many years of alto sax have I got under my belt? Okay, that means how long have I played alto sax? I started alto sax in, well, let's just say saxophone, because I started tenor sax when I was about 16. So how long is that? That's a long time. 25 years or so. Okay. Jeez Louise.
Ariana is alto sax.
Okay, so Ariana on alto sax. Low notes on alto sax. So guys, I'm going to do another request here for a song to play. Don C says, I'm not going to join the Spammers Club. Thank you, Don C. I'll give you a shout out just for that, for not joining the Spammers Club. Okay, I'll do Uptown Funk. How about I do that? But first, and Gerdup wants me to do it on trumpet. You guys are going to make me play trumpet today. All right, I'll see what I can do. Low notes. And I know Dark Play wants me to play Epic Sax Guy. I did that earlier in the stream. Okay, so when the stream is over, you can go back and look earlier in the stream. I did that song. Okay, low notes on sax. Most people have problems with low notes because you're pushing up too much with your bottom lip up on the reed and down too much from the top. You're doing more of an M, like a sandwich. Your embouchure should be more like an O. Push your sides in towards the middle like this. Let the reed vibrate. And as you go down, you slightly open up your mouth just a little bit to let the reed vibrate more. And that's low notes. Okay, so trumpet, Uptown Funk. Oh, Gurdip says, I said your name wrong. I'm sorry. If you can help me, I'll try to pronounce it right. All right. So, trumpet. So here's a little bit of Uptown Funk. Oh, slower? Oh, are you playing along? Okay, I'll do it slower. All right, here we go. I think I have a video on this. It's E, E, A, G, E, A, G, D, E. So here we go. 2, 3. Do it again. One more or two more times. Okay, so there's the beginning, and I'm pretty sure I have a video on this on, if you watch my clarinet video, it's the same notes as trumpet. Fubiam Neyu, what instrument are you the best at? Probably saxophone or clarinet are my top two. And let's see here. Kaylin, what sax brand do I have? I have a Selmer Mark 6. Okay. So guys, I have a question for you before we go. How many of you, show of hands, right? Raise your hand in the chat. Raise your hand if you are going to be home from school this week. And if you are, let me know if you would like me to do another live stream sometime during the week, which we can do because actually I'm going to be home too because my school is closed. So if you guys, I see a lot of hands up. I guess it depends where, of course, it depends where you live. So yeah, okay. So what I'll do, I'm seeing a lot of positive responses from you guys. I will do another live stream this week, and I'm going to work on trying to get a special guest on my live stream. So if I was going to have a special guest on my live stream, what instrument would you like me, what special guest would you like me to have of an instrument maybe that I don't usually play so much? Okay. So let me know if you have any suggestions on a special guest that I should have on my live stream. A sax, okay. Sharifa says trombone. Tyson says bassoon, violin, bass clarinet. These are all good suggestions. Kaylin Barrett says baritone sax. Bassoon. Don C says I should have Mrs. Burke. Mrs. Burke is our string teacher at the school where I teach. Baritone sax, flute. Someone says not. Oh, Mike says not on Tuesday. Mike, I'll do my best. I'm not sure which night's going to work best. Euphonium. Austin says euphonium. And Leslie says French horn. Okay. Cool. Flute. A lot of flute votes. Violin. Okay. So before I go, guys, Gwendolyn says I should have Mrs. Kynette. Maybe I will. Are there any requests? I'm going to take a request of a song to play. Oh, Sam. Hi, Sam. Sam says trumpet and Aaron says piano. Those are both great suggestions. What song should I play? I'll do some requests before I go. Any requests, guys, of a song to play? I need a song and an instrument. Take me home, country road. Somebody really wants to hear that. For Elise, Star Wars. Let's see. Wow. Angelina, I do not have my trombone with me. Maybe next time. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of Star Wars. Tequila on alto sax. Country Roads on trumpet. Is that really so, Dennis? I still don't get this meme, but the John Denver song.
Yeah, Country Road.
Yeah, it's like a thing now. Like kids know it, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it's true.
I think it's like it's in a meme or something. I'm gonna try it.
I think their grandparents told them about it.
Yeah. Da da da. Is that it? I mean, that's Country Road. I don't know if that's what.
My wife just said that they play it in the bars.
Okay. All right. Well,
I don't know why she knows that, but
okay, Star Wars. A lot of people are saying Star Wars, so I will play that on clarinet. And it's almost time to go. We did a special bonus extended live stream. So Dennis, you get paid overtime today.
No problem. Double it.
Double time. Yep. All right. Star Wars. Sorry. There you go. Excellente. Well, guys, it's about time to pack up and get on out of here on this live stream. I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. This was a great live stream. A lot of people checked in today with a lot of great comments. I'm going to do some quick shout outs. So some quick shout outs. Emma, Tem, sorry, yes, I do have to go. Screen Kid and Kenneth Gluck and Micah T. Micah T says I look like his band director. What a lucky gentleman that person is. Let's see. JJ says we heart baby Yoda. Mosak, Elmo's World. Crispy Tendon says I am amazing. Okay, compliments will get you a shout out for sure. Francesco says hi from Italy. Ciao, Francesco. I hope you're all doing well. Say hi to your family. Great channel says TikTok rules. And LeBron says, how are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you. And Gwendolyn says, this was great. Thank you, Gwen. Appreciate it. So we'll be certainly doing this again. Pete Hall. Oh, geez, Pete. Allison Weaver, there's your shout out. Thank you, Allison. Gabriel Weems, you've been here the whole chat. I really appreciate it. Horse Craver has been here the whole chat. Really appreciate it. Mosak 76 says hi from Houston, Florida. Oh, okay. Screen Kid says this is fun. Angelina says, how old are you? I look 20. Dennis, they're trying to compliment me into giving them shout outs.
Yeah, they are lying.
They are. Love your clarinet tutorials, says Riley. And Cassandro says, I'm the best. You're the best. Horse Cravers from Pennsylvania. And Suki says, stay safe, everyone. All right, that's a great note to end on. Thank you to all my friends who are out there watching. If you are new to the live stream this time, we are here every week on Sundays at 5 local time, which is Eastern part of the United States. Around
Eastern Daylight Time.
Right, daylight savings time as well. So I should start publishing these on GMT, right? Isn't that that's the international time? But yeah, be here on Sundays, and I'm going to do some extra live streams this week, some special stuff coming out because I know a lot of folks are looking for things to do. A lot of kids are looking for things to do. So we'll be doing some more live streams and special events. Let's give a special thank you. Everyone, please, in the chat, can you all give a special thank you to Dennis, who has been monitoring your questions, and to Joe and to Terry, who have been monitoring our chat. Okay? So thank you to all my friends who may have love. Okay. All right, everyone, have fun, stay safe, and make sure you practice your instrument. Okay, take some extra time and practice this week, and I'll see you soon. Dennis, thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.